Well, let me tell you a story about a pair of brothers, Andy and Dustin. They're like no others. They hit the road, traveling land, testing out food. Ain't that grand? From fast food joints to local dives, they're on a mission, taking crazy drives. They'll sample it all, junk food galore. But the question remains, what's worth fighting for? Southern Dn'A, showing down Southern Dn'A, exploring every town. They're on the hunt, searching far and wide for the flavors that'll make you satisfied. Let me tell you a story about a pair of brothers, Andy and Dustin. They're like no others. They hit the road, traveling land, testing out food. Ain't that grand? From fast food joints to local dives, they're on a mission, taking crazy drives. They'll sample it all, junk food galore. But the question remains, what's worth fighting for? Southern Dn'A, they're chowing down Southern Dn'A, exploring every town. They're on the hunt, searching far and wide for the flavors that'll make you satisfied. Southern Dn'A, chowing down Southern Dn'A, exploring every town. They're on the hunt, searching far and wide for the flavors that'll make you satisfied. Southern Dn'A, chowing down Southern Dn'A, exploring every town. They're on the hunt, searching far and wide for the flavors that'll make you satisfied. For the flavors that'll make you satisfied. Southern Dn'A, chowing down Southern Dn'A, exploring every town. They're on the hunt, searching far and wide for the flavors that'll make you satisfied.
All right, I'm here with you, hanging out with the Friday live stream as we usually do every single week. We hang out and chill and have a good time on Friday. We usually do some flight simulator. We went to Wichita, Kansas last time, so we'll be flying out of there today, and who knows where we're going to go. So, but yeah, I'm hanging out with you. Hoping you're having a good day. It is frigid here in Bristol. Very chilly, that's for sure. I am not happy about it whatsoever. So hopefully everything is coming through fine for you guys out there. I'm streaming to 4 different places at the same time right now, so it's a little bit of a interesting thing to do. And so I'm trying to make sure I got all the feeds up at the same time, getting everything set up for tomorrow's live stream, which we go live every once a month, every Saturday or into the last Saturday in the month. That's what I'm trying to say. And we do a live stream taste test. That is tomorrow. Me and Andy will be getting together, doing a live stream taste test for you guys. So I'm trying to get everything set up where we can live stream to every single platform that we possibly can. Still haven't figured out how to stream to Twitter, but that's in the mix. You know, that's coming down the road pretty soon, hopefully. I'm trying to make sure I'm centered for TikTok also. Like I said, I'm on multiple different platforms. Had to download a bunch of stuff. Had to stream to TikTok a couple times this week to make sure we could do this. So, been messing with the Rubik's Cube. Got it somewhat done. I've still got the top layer to learn, but working on it. We'll be doing a flight simulator today, as we usually do. But I'm going to hang out with you guys for a little bit. And if you're not new to the stream, then you know that every beginning of the stream I do this one time only, and you won't hear me do it again until it's time. Well, until we do the next live stream. So, but we are. If you want to support me, the best way to do it is in the links down below. You can check us out there, but the link for Blackout Coffee Company is some of the best coffee out there that you're going to find. I drink it every single morning. Do not skip a beat because this stuff gets me going for the day. They got some of the best coffees out there, some of the best flavored coffees out there. Look at this. We got some new coffee out. Look at their bags. They've changed the bags up on us. Oh, look, they've changed the bags up. So we got some new coffee in the mix here. And I gotta tell you, this is they're changing a lot of stuff up here. I'm interesting. The Jamaican Me Crazy is my favorite, but yeah, double dark chocolate, like salted caramel mocha. This is one of their new ones: cherry jelly donut and salted caramel mocha. It's the two new ones. The blueberry crumble, a great go-to, and I always drink the Jamaican Me Crazy. It's another good one, but they've got so many good choices to choose from. The fragrances from this coffee, it's going to get you going just the smell of it. Check it out. The link's in the description. If you're on TikTok, you won't see it on the description because I can't post any links in there right now until I get like 1,000 subscribers on there. But that's the goal, is we're going to try to continue to grow on TikTok also. But you can go us on Facebook or YouTube, Rumble, and the links in there. If you want to support the channel as a whole, we have merch. That's right. The link's in the description. We have all kinds of merch on here that you can choose from. You can support the channel, me and Andy, for our food reviews. That's the best way to do it, is going to check in some merch. We've already got Christmas gear out here. If you want to shop for Christmas early, get your stuff ready to go. And we got some funny saying ones like the pizza, because no good story ever began with a salad. That's right. You can get it all kinds of different sizes, different colors, whatever you like. There you go. And then, of course, we got a Discord. All the links are in the description. Please go check them out. If you're on TikTok, go check our YouTube out, and the links are in the description for that. All right. Let's go ahead and transfer back over. Trying to get everything going at the same time. It's a little bit of a mess. So I'm still trying to figure out all the little switches and stuff, because like I said, I've got multiple different streams going on at the same time. It's getting a little bit hectic. But I started out with 3. Now I've got 4 in multiple different platforms, and one of them doesn't, combine with the other one, so it's a little bit of a hassle. I still got to figure out the stream to X. That's another thing I'm going to try to figure out, but I'm not there yet. We're not on X that much. I'll post there every now and then, just a video or two or something, just because I'm mad at what's going on with the Tennessee games. I do that quite often also. So yeah, I'm hanging out with you guys today and doing a little bit of stuff. We can chat about whatever you want to chat about, or we can do some flying. It's up to you guys. The more you chat, the more you talk, the more we can have a good time. I will be here for about an hour or more, depending on how well y'all communicate. Y'all communicate, we hang out longer. So it's up to you. It is all on your shoulders at that point. So hopefully I got everything situated right where it won't be a hassle for me switching stuff around when it comes time to do, there you go. That's set up. Make sure it's set up on, I won't be able to set it up until I go there. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I get everything set up on every little platform I go to, back and forth and stuff. I'm going to have to make sure I do it right when I switch over from one thing to another, because I think the way I got to set it up on TikTok, they don't mesh very well. I don't know why. Maybe I need to work with it a little bit more. But my feed is all working properly, so I'm happy about that. I am happy about that the feed's working properly, and hopefully y'all can hear me just fine on TikTok land. And if you're on Facebook, YouTube, wherever, make sure you let me know. Leave a comment. I'm trying to monitor all the chats at the same time. Rumble and YouTube pops up right here. You'll see them pop up on the screen right here if you chat. Facebook for some reason doesn't integrate their chat into the Rumble stuff, so I will check that chat coming out. And then TikTok's chat I've got down here, so I can monitor that chat. So I've got in multiple different places, trying to make sure I keep an eye on everybody's chats coming through. And plus, when I'm going to start flying, it's going to be a whole big mess. But this is the undertaking that we're trying to do, so we can have a big live stream tomorrow. Be our first ever taste. Dixie Belle, what are you doing there? First ever food review on TikTok, so that's gonna be fun. So we'll have a blast with that. You're killing me, dog. You want to come up here and say hi? All right, come up here and say hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to the chat. Dixie Belle's over here playing around. She's been upstairs all day because she's been watching me. You bring me a dragon. Watching me get everything set up today. I've been in this chair all day trying to get it set up for today's live stream. Had a stream twice yesterday on TikTok, and the day before that, just so I could do this. And today's the big test to make sure I can actually stream it out. And then tomorrow I've got to set up 2 cameras for tomorrow's stream so we can have it properly done. It is going to be a big undertaking, which should be fun. So I hope y'all enjoys tomorrow's video or tomorrow's live stream. It should be good. And then week after, not this next Saturday, but the Saturday after next, we have the big YouTube video. It's a little bit longer than our usual YouTube video, so I hope you check them out. It's a good video. Put a lot of work and time into that one. It was good, and I also tested a new feature from YouTube supposedly. So we'll see how that goes. If it does any better because it's got a new feature, we'll see. So, yeah. How's everybody doing in your neck of the woods? Like I said, it's cold here today. It's very cold. Frigid even. I'm wearing socks, and I hate wearing socks. I hate wearing shoes in general. But I'm wearing shoes or wearing socks today because my feet get cold now. My legs get cold. Ever since I lost a lot of weight, it's been like that. And now I'm having to wear socks because my feet are freezing. And I never like to wear socks. Trying to make sure I check down at the TikTok, see if anybody joins in. If you join TikTok, give me a second to look at your chats if you chat, because I'm got multiple screens going on here. And I'm trying to make sure I monitor what's happening. I got YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble on one screen. Rumble and YouTube on one screen, Facebook on another screen, and then TikTok on another screen. So if you chat, which I do appreciate, send me some hearts over there in TikTok land. Let me know that you're watching. I'd appreciate it. And we're going to be doing some flight simulator here in a minute. But I'm going to be here hanging out with you guys, chatting about anything that y'all want to chat about. If you have a question about our videos, you're more free to ask them. We'll talk about them. I'm not going to reveal what we're trying out tomorrow or what we will what the next week's video after that will be. So I kind of made some hints on TikTok about it. So if you're watching on TikTok, you may got some hints there yesterday, but I'm not going to reveal any more information because I want y'all to enjoy that video, see it. But I will say there will be a special VIP, a very important person, a Hall of Famer will make a appearance in that video. So it's a pretty good video, I think. It's got some funny parts in it. It's got some good. It's got some good stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it. I've already watched it like twice now. I did like the video myself. And again, for those who are watching YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble, we have a TikTok where you can watch us on there from your phone, just like you can from YouTube or anything like that also. So yeah. But it's a cold day today. I am frigid up here, freezing my butt off. I haven't turned the heat on. When do y'all feel like is the appropriate time to turn the heat on? Because we keep our house, and some people may think this is cold, but I like it this way. I keep our house around 68 degrees. That's comfortable temperature for me. But when do y'all turn y'all's heat on in the wintertime? Like, or in the fall, I guess. When's a good time for that to be flipped on? Because depending on the year, I don't flip my heater on and probably till, November, mid-November period sometimes, because it's just, you get some of them warm days, you get warm days coming in and you're just like, Now I've got to flip the AC back on. I don't want to mess up my heating unit or whatnot. It's already, who knows how old my heating unit is at this point, anyways. It probably could be replaced. Um, it still runs, so, but it's, it's older. So how many times you got to flip it over and so I like to keep it off as long as possible. 65 is perfect. Well, see, 65 is a little bit too cold for me now. Right now in the house, it's about 62. So, but I keep mine at about 68. That's a good, comfortable temperature for me. I like it at that temperature. So, but when is a good time to turn the heat on? That's the question. Because I have no idea. And Andy, if you want to join on TikTok, you're more than welcome to join on TikTok from your phone. You're more welcome to shout to holler at people over there. Thanks for the hearts over there in TikTok land. I appreciate that. If Andy joins on there, he can talk to you on that side too. I won't be able to hear him because, like I said, I got 15 million things going on. But he will be here tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be here, and we'll have a big TikTok, YouTube, Facebook live stream. Rumble. Forgot Rumble. Can't forget Rumble. Rumble's been a really good home for us right now. We're growing slowly over there, so. But we'll do some flying here in a minute. No, we're not going to Aja, Bahrain, but we're trying to figure out where we're going to fly to next from Wichita, Kansas. Multiple different possibilities. And I don't know where we would need to go. I mean, it's hard telling where a good spot to go from where we're at, which I think is frozen right now because it can't get to pull it up. I'm about to close it and pull it back up. I think. Maybe. Yeah, it's completely frozen. Great. We may not be flying today. It's hard telling. I think TikTok froze too, maybe. My computer freezing. It may not be able to handle the stress of all this. Who knows? Let me pull this over here. That'll be probably a little bit better. All right. Let's see if I can take this task manager. I mean, we're not running too hot, but looks like in the flight simulator it's like not doing anything, so I'm going to close it in task. All right, let's open her back up. Open her back up. This might be a little bit of a huge ask for Facebook for this to do. I don't know. We'll see. It shouldn't be, but it is acting a little laggy. At least the Microsoft Flight Simulator is acting a little laggy right now. I don't know why. I'm trying to get it set up though. We'll see how it works. I think my OBS is working fine. Yeah. As long as the computer doesn't lock back up again, that would be great. But for some reason it froze. I don't know what the deal was. But we'll figure it out. What's going on over in TikTok land? I'm getting ready to set up for a flight simulator. Send some hearts if you would like to. I'd appreciate it. I don't know why I was doing some kind of weird hand movement with my hands there. I don't know what to do with my hands. All right. We was at Wichita, Kansas last time. We're gonna fly out of Wichita. I don't know where we're going to go to after that. Not sure. What do y'all think would be a good destination from Wichita? Mind you, we went from Memphis to Wichita was our last flight. So where would be a good place to go from Wichita? That is the question. We can go maybe Denver. Yeah, that feels like a long flight. Denver, from Wichita to Denver. I mean, Memphis was a pretty good flight. Let's see. Let's change the aircraft type. We had pretty good. We didn't have that much problems with the Learjet or the CJ4 last time, so we'll go with the CJ4. It's a good aircraft. Liked it. Like flying with it, so we'll go with that this time. Um, if you're commenting on Rumble, give me a second. I'll check. Okay. And let's see. We'll probably go Denver. Denver seems interesting. Maybe fly to Denver here. Okay. I think I'm ready to switch over. So let me transition here. Pull this back up. And do that. Okay. We got our TikTok feed is flowing fine. Okay, we got there. Boom, boom, there. We're looking fine that way. Okay. Got a new follower. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, start the flight. We're going to get the flight going. Everybody hang on to your hats and feet and whatever else you're hanging on to. Let me pull the Rumble chat over here also on this other screen so I can see all the different screens all at one time. Okay, here we go. Start flight, please. Thank you. Yeah, here we go. Move this over a little bit. Don't freeze up on me. It might take a minute to load up. It did last time I did this. It was a little bit of a it took a little bit to get it to pop up there. I'm not sure. Someone's outside my garage door right now. Oh, let's go ahead and flip the all right. Is that coming through the TikTok feed? Make sure. Oh, it is. Okay, sweet, cool. Let's fly. Make sure that's turned off. All right, got our flaps, controls 50. We're good there. I'm not going to worry about the instruments too much because you know how I've not really figured out the autopilot in this game as well. Parking brakes off. We'll get to a cruising altitude. Let's see. 30. Personally, you'd probably want to do this not sitting on the runway, but you know, that's not how we do. Yeah, we'll go cruise, send that to ATC. So we'll go 240 is our cruise. All right. Get that set. And yeah, let's go ahead and roll. Let's roll it. Is it loud on TikTok? All right. Let me see if I can. All right. That should be better. Rotate a little fast, rotate, but it's all good. Probably, hopefully didn't tail strike that. I feel like I'm really close up. Man, it is foggy here in Wichita. I can't see a thing. Hopefully that's a little bit better on sound on TikTok. I don't want it to be overbearing. It may be. It's muck right now. I can't see nothing. Let's go ahead and get our, let's see. I don't want to transfer, I just want to turn. Over speeding. I guess that's because I was in a nosedive a little bit. I can't, it's completely dark out here. I can't see nothing. I'm guesstimating on what's going on. All right, we're turning, we're climbing. Everything should be okay right now. Hopefully, this is a soupy mess. I can't see nothing. I don't know what it's trying to turn me to. Maybe it's trying to turn this onto the course. That's fine if it is. Awesome. Sometimes it don't though, so I have no idea what navigation it's turning me somewhere. I've got autopilot on and it's turning, so we'll see how it goes. All right, what music are you listening to? Is it still loud for you guys? Oh, sorry. Making sure I was checking my TikTok to make sure it wasn't that loud. I can turn it down even more if it is. I mean, I got it down to like 5%. All right, maybe that's better. I don't need to be too loud. Just every now and then when they chime in with something, y'all can hear what's going on. You don't need the engine noise in your ears too. I guess we're just doing loops because this has just got me. Okay, let's try navigation on. Nope. Are we still climbing, right? We are climbing. Just in a turn for some reason. Well, we can fix that with just doing a heading of, we want to go 3. All right. Turn to that to the right there. We'll get her line back where we need to go. We got to get over these clouds. I can't see nothing. We're at, how high are we? Well, it looks like we're coming out of them. Getting right about 10,000. So 10,000 feet and it's still soup. Is wild. Still crazy. That is so, the 737 Max vertical takeoff. No, I've not seen that. I've not seen. I'm not seeing that. I don't know what the vertical takeoff. I would say it's crazy because don't they use? Is it the 737? They use it in the who is it? NASA used it for the uh low gravity where they would go like this, you know, do the low gravity thing. Wasn't that 737s? I'm not sure. Oh, what in the world? Are you sending gifts? Okay. Nice. Awesome. I don't know how you sent. Okay. Appreciate it. A pumpkin. Okay. I didn't know. Is that costing you anything to send gifts? That's wild. Straight up. Yeah, I've not seen that. That's crazy. Um, I know when we flew into Fallon when I was in the Navy, we did a wild approach. It was, but you know, as Navy pilots, so I figured it was just Navy pilots doing some weird stuff. But the 737 is capable of doing quite a bit of stuff. Even because it's such a big bird, I've seen them. We came in. Imagine the runways like right here. We were coming in like this with the 730, or was more like this, and we came in and basically like landed. It was like when I was on the window seat and I looked down and it looked like the wing was about to touch the ground. It was crazy. All right, we're in the air, flying. I still haven't, like I said, figured out the autopilot system on here. Um, so let's see here. Corn, Cinnamon. What in the world? All right. Don't look like it's going to be that long of a flight. It's not too far to Denver. That should be Denver where we're going to. Um, and this is a weird pattern they got us going through. That is strange. We finally got above the soup that was Wichita, Kansas. That was wild. It's the first time I've flown on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 where the fog was so heavy I couldn't see anything. That was, and we about nosedived it and didn't even know. I thought we were going up. I thought the vertical speed was taking effect. It was not. That was definitely not the case. But we saved it. Everybody's safe today, which is nobody. We don't have our co-pilot. He's gone. He decided enough's enough. He's not flying with me anymore. Don't blame him, really. I mean, can't blame him at all. I wouldn't fly with me either. The past couple flights we've done. Thanks for sharing the love, Andy. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. We, like I said, tomorrow is going to be fun because we'll have both of us on the live stream. We'll be testing out some kind of food, whatever we come up with. And Andy, what do you think? What's a good time tomorrow? We'll do the live stream. That's up to Andy to decide, I think. Probably around 12, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is probably when we'll do the live stream tomorrow. And yeah, so definitely check us out. It'll be both of us. 2 cameras will be running for this operation. So it should be a nightmare for me to try to get going. Which right now I've got this camera. I've got 14 different setups in here. I've got Facebook I'm looking at. I've got TikTok and Rumble over here and YouTube and over here. Got TikTok down here so I can make sure the feed's coming through fine. Trying to fly a plane. We almost crashed right off the get-go. So yeah, this is already starting out to be confusing, which it's going to be the first few times I do this because I'm not used to it. But the more you chat, for the TikTok people, the more you chat, the more I can talk to you guys too, because I'm trying to make sure I focus on everybody. So I'm watching YouTube and Rumble on one side here, TikTok on the other side, making sure I don't miss any chats. I'm trying to. Andy's in the chat also right now, so he can comment back on TikTok. So he's helping me out on that side. Give him some love. But he'll be here tomorrow in studio also. We finally got out of this. I mean, look at the cloud cover in Wichita. We're right outside of Wichita right now. This was insane. All right, let's see what we got. What runway are we landing on? Runway 34 left. Okay. Is this a VFR pattern? It is a VFR pattern, which honestly, it was a lot better the last time I did a VFR pattern than I did the IFR that we did on TikTok yesterday. Wasn't as fun, but yeah, I mean, let's see what this does. Okay. But now I got capabilities where we can live stream to everything. It's a little bit interesting to do. Tomorrow, we'll be able to monitor, hopefully, everybody at the same time. Andy will have his phone with him. We'll help out quite a bit. So it won't be too bad. There's quite a bit of traffic in this area, too, that we were kind of missed. Oh, we look like we're reaching altitude. Our cruising altitude is coming up. What's going on there in TikTok land? The more y'all chat, the more we can hang out and talk about anything you want to talk about. Just let me know. Flying from Wichita, Kansas to Denver, Colorado. Hopefully I picked the right place. Yeah, there's Denver. Okay. So runway K'd in, runway 34 left. Looks like it's over here on this side. So we'll be flying, making some weird turns, and then coming down here. Honestly, since a VFR flight, we get closer to Denver, I might just divert it down and come back up because I don't listen to ATC, and that would be menacing to me to do if I was actually really flying in real life. So don't ever do that if you're actual pilot. You want to listen to what the ATC says at all times. But this is a game, and I want to do what I want to do in this. We went to Memphis a few weeks ago. Got to see the Great Pyramid of Memphis and the Bass Pro Shop. That was actually in game. Kind of cool to see. Wichita, Kansas, not much to see getting into that airport. And then we don't know where we're going. Denver is a big airport as its own. It's got that weird horse statue, demonic horse statue or whatever on the outside of that place. So I don't know if we'll be able to see that coming in. But it is a big airport. So we'll see what that's like. And then from Denver, if we got time today, depending on what the viewership looks like, we'll see how it goes, you know. Appreciate all the gifts on TikTok. If you want to follow us, I'd appreciate that also. Anybody that's out there watching on TikTok land, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss out on you, and I'm trying to make sure I don't miss out on my regular viewers at the same time. So, ugh. But we don't. I don't think this is going to be that long of a flight. I think this is going to be fairly straightforward flight. Let's get that a little bit more online where we're heading. It says 48 minutes. I mean, it could, I guess. It could very well be 48-minute flight. We'll bump our speed up just a tad bit. No. What's going on, TikTok land? I know I'm talking to you right here, but I'm looking down here on TikTok. I'm over here to make sure I don't miss any chats. So if I look away from the camera, don't think I'm not talking to you. I'm just checking, make sure I'm not missing any comments out there. So we got it's about a 48-minute flight's what it's saying. I bumped my speed up a little bit to get us there a little bit faster. I think we're probably going a little bit. Oh, I might have to slow it down a little bit, saying we're about to overspeed. Let's see. If I can get it set to like 3. And the scroll wheel to do this. It's way up there. Right on the edge, like 302 maybe. Trying to remember the speed. I don't think it's FL6. That's flight level change mode. I don't think that's what I'm going for. Trying to remember. It's been a while since I've really figured out the autopilot on these controls. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Ball guy, what's happening? Who's ready for this weekend's game versus Kentucky? They even just giving me an 3010. Okay. Where's my barometer a minute ago? Where'd I go? Oh, overspeeding. Slow her down. Slow her down a little bit. Yeah, I'm ready for the game. Hopefully, we do a little bit better than we did against Alabama because our defense just went to sleep. I don't even think they showed up for the game, to be honest with you. So hopefully, they'll actually show up to the game. Data. A nav switch for some reason. Oh, it does work. Okay. FMS. Interesting. Okay. Where did I miss my barometer at? My barometer, maybe it's down here. Maybe it was down here. I can't remember. Switch planes so many times you forget where everything's at. Yeah, I didn't turn my landing lights off. That's a no. I get. Well, I mean, I guess it's not really a no, but you usually turn them off once you get to a certain altitude. Oh, this chair is killing me. Oh, there we go. 30. I'll say 3010. Oh, it's right here. 3010. Okay. I don't think they changed my. Oh, that's for Scroll Quest to full stop landing at Wichita. That's dumb. That's a dumb thing to do, right? I've left that space. I don't want to go back to that space. Back to this here. See what we got of our final 353 heading. Okay. Or that's the heading for the runway. And we don't want to go with 451 knots coming into the runway. That's dumb. Okay, let's see. Back to this. Trying to VFR pattern. Okay, yeah. Uh, So we got an ILS procedure. I like that. Let's try that out. What was it got for us on that procedure? Kind of the same thing. Yeah. Try that. Switch to IFR. Send ATC avionics. Oh, the route's got to be changed. Find route maybe. Oh, that's a weird route. All right, now let's see if they'll do it. Okay. Okay. What's up, everybody on TikTok land? I'm trying to make sure I can focus on everybody here. This is a weird. Let's go down, turn back around, which I think I like that better, to be honest with you, than what it originally had us do. That's the divert procedure. Direct approach. Okay. That should have sent everything to my stuff. So if I switch on nav, will it do anything? Turn heading bug off. I don't know. I don't think it did anything. I mean, we're just flying straight, so I feel like we should have turned a little bit to the left to line back closer to the line. Or did we freeze? My speed looks like we... No, we didn't freeze. Everything's still coming through just fine, so I have no idea. ADN approach, vectors, ILS-34. Everything's right in there where it needs to be. I got my speed set to 302. Altitude's turned on. I don't know. We're not turning like we should be turning. See if I switch over to this. I mean, FMS shows us we should be going to the left a little bit. On. Thoughts on. I don't know. I have no idea. Can't tell you why it's like that. Not sure. We're gonna nav. Can I do the nav data here? We are VFR, VOR1. Maybe it's heading straight to that point. I mean, that's a possibility. Let's look at our... No, we should be diverting down to the left a little bit for our first. Avionics. Execute. Okay, we got all that stuff set up. Yeah, everything's set there. You would think it would automatically connect, but it does not. So, what's up? What's up there on TikTok land? Just doing a little flight simulator, checking out everything. No messages. Good. Well, I mean, no messages. No news is good news, is what they say, right? Um, I plan discontinue. Hang on. We'll make sure we get that right then. 'Cause we are going off of our path. So I don't know why it's not. Turn off. No idea. I mean, we're not still. Well, we got our heading switched over a little bit. I don't know why. No idea. And now it's not showing up on there anymore. I mean, that obviously. Okay, now it's back. Obviously, we're connected in here for FMS, but my autopilot does not want to connect. Turn it on. Goes nowhere. Doesn't turn. It doesn't do anything. So I'm not really sure. Can't tell you why it's doing it the way it's doing it. Wish I knew. I really do. Not sure what that was. Ain't 100% sure. Sit up a little bit. My back is killing me in this chair. I've been in this chair way too much the past few days. A little bit of a. Oh, hurts a little bit. I'll turn VFR. Nope, that does not do anything either. Curiouser and curiouser. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I'm gonna have to like dive deep into this to find out why the autopilot just does not want to connect. I mean, we gotta make sure everything's turned on, right? Duh. As you can tell, we're kind of cruising above the clouds. Not a bad sight. Let's take a look on the outside here. External. Oh, my game crash. I'm not sure if it did or not, guys. It may have froze. We may have lost connection to the. Say it isn't so, game. Say it isn't so. It may have crashed. I could try to go external and it crashed. How dare it crash on me like that? Oh, let's see. Is it? Oh, it did. It crashed big time. Okay. It didn't even try. It just, well, so much for that. This game is acting up today. I don't know why it crashed. No idea. No idea. For no reason. So, note to that, do not go on the external view if I'm trying to fly this aircraft. Okay, we're going to just have fun then, since it crashed on me like that. Can't believe it did that. Huh. Wow. Way to go. It just crashes for no reason. All right, we'll just have some fun flying F-18. You know how I like flying those things. Since it wants to play that game. All right, let's see if we can find her. There she is. All right. Wonder if it still is. Look how the cloud dense is through here. That's where it's coming out of. All right, there's Wichita. Okay. Departure. We're gonna get there faster. Oh, I don't. Stop clicking on the aircraft. Set arrival. All right, we're gonna have fun. Bringing out the F-18 instead of the easy flight since it wanted to crash on me. Maybe it's just too much. Maybe just too much for this computer to handle. Which I guess I could always go back to the old Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Maybe a little bit easier on the system. Look how cloudy it is. That's a storm. That's a storm wall right there. Oh man, I forgot the nose wheel steering. What is it set to on this thing? Let me check that real quick before we get into the flight because I cannot remember the nose wheel steering. Controls. I don't have any push button releases for those. Why don't I have any push buttons for those? I did. I don't have anything set. Oh, what do I set it to? Actually, let's do this. Scan for. So key's got something. I gotta find something that doesn't have something. Okay, that doesn't have anything. Okay, so let's go with that. Okay, whatever. All right, we'll save and go back here. Save and exit. Back. Take that off. Flaps are 50. All right. We're rolling. We are rolling. He's pitching fast. Wow. All right, let's have some fun. Stay below the clouds for a little bit. Flying over these farmlands. Rain cloud to our right there. Rain wall looks like. About to go into one. That's how I like to fly. Just cruising through here. Low and fast. Gotta watch out for them suckers. You saw that, right? Y'all saw that. That was like radio towers or something right there. It was not far, very far. That was close. That coming out of that rain storm that's back there a little bit. Flying upside down. Hope y'all don't get sick. That's how I like to fly right here. All right. Turn on the burner. Let's take her up. And we were real close to Denver too. We went far and it crashed on me. But we got to get to Denver. That's the goal. How well our landing will go once we get to Denver, no one knows. But our goal is to get to Denver. Look at those clouds. Afterburner engaged. We are cruising on up. And we're a little higher than we were in the. No, I don't know if this autopilot's going to work for me. All right. Well, we're sitting cruising here, so cruising at 32 ish, somewhere around there, 32.7. What we're cruising at, going on quite a bit faster than we were in the Learjet, the CJ4, I think is what it was called. But we're going to get there hopefully quicker. Flight planner. Let's see what we got on our screen. Yeah, we're cooking right along. A lot straighter line because you can do that. You can do that with the F-18. You can have a lot more fun with it. Ugh. You can enjoy yourself. We get a little closer to. We'll get halfway. We'll dive back down and see what we're looking at. But get about right here. We'll take a nose. We'll turn her upside down, dive down, see what we got. I'll have to fix my desk. Well, crossbar. Well, I mean, it's not that important. Crossbar arms are disconnected from each other. Why? I don't know. We're cruising right along, 362 knots. up above this pillow of clouds. I mean, look at those clouds, are everywhere. I say if you're in Kansas right now, it's probably storming. If I would guess, because this is real world weather. So I'm guessing if you're out that way, you're probably getting some major stormage. I suppose. Three more gifts, guys. Three more gifts, and we'll hit our goal for the day. Low goal, but feel free to send them. You know, three more gifts. Definitely send some hearts. You know, send the hearts along. That's what we need. And YouTube and Rumble and Facebook. Don't think I have forgot about you. I'm watching the chats everywhere. So don't think I have missed you guys out at all. I'm kind of looking back and forth, seeing everybody. We did have a crash, not plane crashed. The game just crashed on us, and I had to restart the flight over, going with a different aircraft this time. And hopefully that will be better. Well, at least we'll get us there faster. So I got to get this completed. Never get this sucker always completely completed. The top level is the worst level for me to remember the patterns to do everything. And I can never remember the last few steps. I can do the bottom two levels of this thing a lot easier. It's the last layer I can never remember. We're cruising right along. Hear them engines cranking a little bit. I don't even have a full afterburner either. Just cranked it up a little bit more. Cruising. Nice altitude. I don't know why the F-18 wobbles like that. Just wobbles back and forth on this game. It shouldn't do that, but it does. And I don't even have it coupled to. I just got on the heading. I don't even have it coupled to the waypoint. Which if I do that, I've had problems with it where it will. Yeah, there it goes to a weird heading selection, which I don't even have it turned on. So yeah, let's see if we can bring her back to. All right, there we go. I have to turn back on our line here a little bit. Which I think the heading bug is down here somewhere. It's hard to operate. Five-ish. 86 to 86-ish is about where heading we're on right now. I don't know what that will do. I don't know if that will actually connect to it or not. I've heard people having issues with coupling their avionics to their stuff on the F-18 because it just wants to wobble and cause all kinds of weird stuff. So I usually don't mess with it that much. Whoa. Turn a little bit and she's wanting to go everywhere. Oh, easy. Oh, we're back to that. Calm down, you weird aircraft. Calm it down. Just level it out. Just level it out. If I have to put some spin recovery on this sucker, I will. Don't want to, but I will. Almost halfway. What, yo Dixie Burrow? We old Dixie Bell. You want to say hi to everybody again? Come on. Come on, say ah, yeah. The real star of the show, everybody knows, is Dixie Belle. My good dog. You my good dog. She's the real star of the show. I'm just here joining her show every Friday. Yeah, we're just come on, come on. Well, come on. You want to get up here? I'm just here to support her channel. This is her channel, not mine. It's hers. Um, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you're killing me. On a place. Crazy dog. Almost halfway. We'll get halfway. We'll dive down, see what we're looking like here. Oh, I know I wasn't set to. I think I gotta go here, and then I gotta go HSI waypoint, and then I should be able to couple waypoint. I don't know. It's turning us to the right. I don't know what waypoint it's trying to send us to because that's not the waypoint that we're supposed to be going to. Send to avionics. Yeah, it's not going to send it to us because, yeah, it sent us to a weird waypoint. What waypoint? I don't know. Turn that off. Go back this way. I mean, I can change the find route. And then when we're coming into, oh, we got ILS already. Okay, send to avionics. Now let's see if they'll couple it. Without sending us all kinds of weird ways. Changes this up a little bit. But it also does bring us in a little bit closer, or when we get up here, we'll take a turn to the south and then come back in for a landing. I don't mind that little downwind approach there we do. That's not bad. But when we hit, let's say we hit, man, we're about here. We'll dive down and see what we got. Looks like it's trying to turn us somewhere. I don't know where it's trying to turn us to. It may be trying to turn to WAIMP. We'll see what happens when we get there. But it should be connected to avionics in this thing, so I don't know. I don't know if it will or not, or if it is or not, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Looks like it's trying to turn back to the line. I'm not going to mess with it because we'd like to fly this aircraft a lot more. If we can figure it out, I would like to fly with the F-18 a lot more. I love the F-18. It's what I worked on when I was in the Navy. A great aircraft. No matter what the Tomcat fans say, I love this aircraft. Looks like we're just turning. Wait to send that. Oh, it's not correcting us, so. Don't look like it was going to correct us at all. I mean, it's in the system, so. I don't know. I don't know why it won't correct itself and do what it's supposed to do. I'll study it today when I'm off the live stream, see what I can figure out about the autopilot in these systems. It makes no sense why it won't just connect. It says it's coupled. I mean, obviously, I mean, I don't know where it's trying to go to because it says WO. I don't, and it's going further, so I'm not sure where that is supposed to be, but it's obviously. I don't see that even anywhere in my list. Who knows? Don't you start being fight every time I go a little bit over that way, it fights me. Why? I don't know. Just stay balanced. Just a little. Oh nope. Just a little bit. Little bit. There. It'll be fine. Just nope. 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 Level those wings out. Level the wings out. It's fighting me. Turn that off. Turn that off. I can. Yeah, we got. I mean, so I don't. Maybe sequence. Try that. Let's try the sequencing. We got our line where we're supposed to be at, but I don't see. I'm just trying to hit heading. I mean, that's totally fine if the heading wants to work. Oh, I'll flop by heading. No big deal. Oh. All right, let's see where we're at and see if we want to dive down and check out the. Looks kind of flat. Look, we're coming out of the clouds. A lot further. I think we're a lot further along than we was last time. We're at least close to where we was at last time. So almost to the point where I feel like we can dive down and. Just checking all my stuff. Volumes or comms, frequencies, blah blah blah. I mean, I don't think I got my fuel system set up. Still trying to work on figuring these aircraft out before I start going realistic, you know. I wonder. I wonder which one was it? Trying to remember the wasn't there control system. Nice. Further back here. Interesting. Refueling hose. No. Where is it at? I remember the different switches where they were at because it's been a while. I mean, it's been over 10 years since I've been in an actual cockpit in F-18. So, mind you, I didn't fly them. I just was taking care of them. I mean, we don't have a hose. There should be a hose on this, that's for sure. There should be your fueling little arm thing. You should be able to take that out. And I can't remember where it's at. I know that because that's a tail hook, wings fold. Not what we're looking for. I want to say it was like right here somewhere, but I mean, it's been so long since I been in the cockpit of one of these things. And I could have swore it was on the right side too, because your APU and everything's over here, engine crank, all that stuff's over here. Um, I'm pretty sure it was on this side, but I don't see it anywhere. I don't remember no laser targeting system and stuff. I don't see it anywhere. And we don't have a. Let's just talk about this. No, it's not that. Should be a little switch around here somewhere. No, I don't know. I've trying to figure it out. Can't figure it out. It's been a minute since I've been in a cockpit. So what do you want from me? Let's head and oh look at it. We're out of the clouds. That's good. That looks wild. Looks like there's some little bit of hills. A little bit, not much. Well, let's go check it out. We're diving down. I mean, it's pretty flat right here. All those little craters are actually divots down into the ground, not up. So flatlands everywhere. Wherever you see, they're flatlands. What in the world is that thing? Looks like an airport of some sort, but there's no runway. No runway at all. There's a random building out in the middle of nowhere. Looks like a little farmhouse maybe right here. Bet they own all this property. I always wondered why, like certain places you'll go up here and there's like certain places a circle like that, but it's in the perfect bounds. Is that just the pattern that they cut their crops or something? I don't know. It's because there's if you're flying over these states, they're all like this. Like, see that they're like that. That's I don't know why that's like that, but it's like that. Everybody knows the answer to that question. I would love to know why certain places are circles or the way is that just the way they harvest their crops. I mean, we are cooking right now. But it's pretty flat, very flat through here. All right, let's climb back up. Going vertical. back up to where we was at earlier. Won't be long before we start descending again. Oh, a lot longer of a live stream than I intended on going, but that's what happens when the game crashes. So, as you can see on our little compass rose up there, that we'll be making our way into the finals and start descending and all that fun stuff. But I'm going to make it my own way because I like to. So hopefully we get clearance to land at a decent time, unlike the last few times we've done this where they just don't. So we'll see how it goes. Trying to make sure I'm not missing any chats anywhere. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Wow, I'm way up here. I'm like 44,000 feet. Like, why does it look like I'm going so slow? Pushing the aircraft, but we're, I mean, it's struggling, to be honest with you. Let's dive down to about 32 again. It was struggling. I don't know what the crew, like the, I don't know what that noise was. The altitude would be for like the maximum altitude. I'm not sure of this thing. We're coming in for our approach here in a second. Looks like it's kind of flat still. See some hills off into the distance. Right through there. But it is very, very flat. Again, I always wonder why there's like little circles, little circles just right there on the ground for no reason. Unless that's just the way they harvest. You figure everybody harvests their crops the way a lot of people, like a lot of people did in forever. You just go straight up and straight down, straight up, straight. But maybe there's a reason why they go in a circular pattern. Everybody knows that reasoning. I would love to know myself. Wondered about it for a long time. So that's where we got our pattern. We'll take our ride up through here and then cruise all the way up through here. Then we'll divert down to here and then make our final back this way is what it wants us to do. Now, what I want to do is completely different, but get down there and cruise around and have as much fun as I possibly can. That's what I want to do. Mind you, if I don't do all that other fancy stuff, I could just literally just go straight here and then land, which I think is the smarter thing to do. And I have no idea why it does not want to couple. Not sure, but it is what it is, I reckon. We can only do so much, but we'll try to do it, you know? We'll try to continue. Checking everything again, making sure not missing anything. All right, let's head on down. Oh, we might be in a flat spin, maybe? Are we in a flat spin? Surely not. Oh, I think we might be. Let's get some speed, pull out of it. No, we are definitely in spin mode. That spin recovery does nothing. But we are stalled. I'm pulling out of it. Oh, she's trying to fight me, but we got it. Pulled right out of it. Whew. That was interesting. That was a flat spin, pretty much. Had no power to my engines. Done that before. We were getting kind of close, 7,000. I mean, we was whew, had me a little nervous. We got all the way down here again just to mess up. All right. Looks like wind farms over there. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. All right. Cranking along here. Thought we were going to crash it, guys. I really did. I thought we were going to crash. Around 3-4 left is what our approach was, wasn't it? 3-4 left, I do believe. Yeah, 3-4 left. Okay. We're going to bypass all this funky stuff. Oh, because we need to land this sucker. Make our trip to Denver complete. What we're going for. Yeah. Cruising right along. About to get to Denver here. As you can see on our little map, Denver's about right here. And we're about there. We're not too far from our. We're not going to follow the pink line up. I'm just going to go straight ahead here, meet up with the landing pattern, and pull it right in. I don't care if ATC screams at me or whatever. We've done this twice now because the game crashed. We're going to land this thing in Denver one way or another, even if it's, in a fiery blaze of glory. We're going to land this sucker. We got to land it this time. It's got to happen. We're going to make it happen. Had a little bit of a flat spin there coming back down to the deck, and didn't know if we was going to even make it. Overextended and cut all. I did something that the F-18 doesn't do. Okay, let's just face it. I cut all the wind out of my sails, so to speak, and was in a pretty much a free fall. But I pulled out of it. Afterburner. Pushing those down a little bit. Let's go down there and say hi to the windmills. I think our airport's right there, that dot right there in front of us. If you can see it on the screen or not, that's where our dot's at, our airport's at. Should be, I think. We're laying on 34 left coming into Denver, Colorado. Some mountains over to our left. We're going to do a flyby just to see what runway we're going to be landing on. I don't want to come into this airport blind. We've hit the outskirts of the airport. You can see on the compass rose on the top left-hand screen that we're getting ready to enter into the territory of Denver's airport. So we'll get to see what we look like when we get over here, do a flyby. Should we do a low flyby? Then we'll come back and land the aircraft, hopefully. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see, though. You never know. You never know what can happen when we land in these things. All right. Okay, I can see it on the compass rose. We're about to do our flyover of Denver, Colorado's airport. See what that. It should be a pretty good sized airport. Never flown into Denver before, so I don't know exactly the layout. That's why I'm gonna get up here and do a flyby so I can see what we're working with, so to speak. I don't know if the runway is off to the left or to the right. See what our little thing's showing here. Not too far. There's CFO, and then Denver's right here. So, okay. There's some aircraft on the finals, but who cares about them? I'm an F-18. They got to get out of my way, right? Honestly, a lot flatter than I kind of thought it was going to be. Air and spaceport. Didn't even know that was a thing. That's news to me. All right, we're getting to Denver International here. I can see it there. We're only 11 nautical miles out, 11 and a half nautical miles out. Cruising right along pretty fast, so it'll be a quick flyover just to see what we're looking at. And then we'll come in for the landing. What y'all think, guys? Good landing or bad landing? That's the question. Is it going to be a good landing? All right. So there's a runway there, runway there. 34 to the one right here. Where's 34 right here? 34 left. Looks like it's right here. Okay. All right. We're going to do our fly around here and we'll bring her in for a landing. Hell no. Okay. All right. We're setting up for the downwind for our approach. Always good to arm your master arm if you're going to plan maybe punch out, you know. All right, flying over, I guess this is Denver, and getting ready to line up with our approach, Air Force Base. Yeah. Go away. Acknowledge pad entry instructions. They'll start screaming at me if I don't respond to them. All right, start turning. Lining her up. All right. She said cleared the land. Oh, I can't even acknowledge her. The 3-4 is the one that's far left. Okay. I want to make sure. Just wanted to make sure that was the case. Getting serious now. Coming in for landing. Airport should be right there at our 12 o'clock. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. Got to have a good landing here. Got to have a good landing. It can't be a mess up. It's got to be a good one. See what happens. Hearts in the chat right now for a good landing. Hearts in the chat. Tap that screen. Or if you're watching on Rumble or YouTube or Facebook, hit a like right now. We got to get a good landing. I want to fly the F-18 more, but I've not had luck out of it here recently. So we'll see how it goes. Here's the landing to see if we can do it. We've had a crash on the game once. We flew all the way back to Denver. We're going to make our landing right here. Hopefully this will happen. Throw some hearts in there. Tap the screen. Like it. Share it. All the fun stuff. Because we're going to land this sucker one way or another. Obviously, flying very smooth right now. It's a little scary that it's flying this smooth because I know when we get closer, because I can see the runway. You can see the runway right ahead that we're going to be shooting for. And when we get closer to that, it's going to start acting squirrely. I know how this works. I know how it works. It does this all the time. Slower speeds in this aircraft just does not want to work for some reason. All right, here we go. Be a little bouncy. Feel like I'm low, but I can't see the signaling thing. and the what's it called? The AOA on this aircraft is not working. So but there's the runway coming in. Whoo, I'm a little nervous, guys. A little nervous. Gotta get this landing. A bit to the right. Come back to the left. Come back to the left a little bit. Come on. Oh, a little bit hard. A little bit hard landing. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. But we landed. Where's the next taxiway on this thing? I mean, it's a little stiff landing, but we landed it. We're in Denver, Colorado with the F-18. I'm not sure where the, oh, here we go. Hey, we made it. She won't even let me tune. Denver's so busy. But we made it. We made it to Denver, Colorado. Some mountains off to the distance right there. Wasn't the best landing, a little stiff. You know, it is what it is. I may have been too slow coming in, but the approach was nice. I gotta say, the approach went beautifully. So I'm pretty happy about that. Cruising to the parking, but we really don't have to park if we don't want to. We'll just go ahead and end it here. We made it. So glad we did. Go back here. Now I gotta go over here. Back to here. No. Right. And that. This off. There's my music playing if I'm not careful. Quit the desktop. Okay, we're back. Whew. Long flight. Long stream today. A lot longer than I was planning on doing it, but you know, that's what happens when the game crashes, you know. You just got to go with the flow. And that's just the way it is. But we did land it safely. I mean, the mechanics probably mad at me. I probably had a little bit of a hard landing there, and they're probably a little bit mad at me for that one. It is what it is. But I'm going to hop off here. Don't forget, before I hop off here, tomorrow we're having our first ever TikTok. On TikTok only, not only, but it's also, it's going to be on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, all those platforms. But on TikTok for the first time also, we will be here doing the live stream taste test the last Saturday of the month. We always do it. So don't forget to check for that when we post it. It'll be around 12 to 1. Be live. You can ask us questions about the food that we're trying out. please come hang out with us, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you next time.